right, we are here with the Canadian disc golf production coverage of the Roulette Round at Mohawk Park. This course is established in Brantford and has been on the ground since 2006. The course is now a well-used area of a public city park. It has all the holes are par 3s, mostly 200, 300 foot range we're looking at here. And
let's get into our list of players. We got Anastasia, Brianna V, rocking her Ready Disc Golf shirt. Looking great. I wonder who designed that logo.
I wonder. And we have Hannah here.
From Waterloo, Ontario. Looking happy. Ready to play some disc golf. And Jen S, ready to rock and roll. From Paris, Ontario.
All right, let's get into it, friends. This is hole 1. Par 3, 235 foot.
First on the tee, it's Anastasia. Putting down a towel because, hey, it's winter, it's slippery. Gotta get some good footing and practice safety first. Putting up a beautiful flex shot downhill. Gets away down there. Next up, looks like we have Brianna going for the hyzer route.
Next up here, we have Hannah. Looking like she's going to tackle flick line. Set herself up nicely for her putt here. A little bit of a roll away, but I don't think that's going to be a problem for her here on hole 1.
Got another forehand line coming in from Jen. Going with the high hyzer. Clips a tree, but she's at the bottom. Going for a putt approach. And has a nice look at the basket. So if this is your first time watching the Roulette Rounds, here's a brief overview of how it works. All our players are starting off with 6 discs. They can be 6 identical discs, 6 different discs, whatever they choose. And then the player with the best score in the hole gets to steal a disc from the player with the worst score in the hole. And if there are multiple players who have the highest score and perhaps 1 or 2 players with the lower score, those players will get their disc stolen as well. So you can have multiple discs being stolen from one individual or multiple individuals.
All right, and that was Jennifer S. there, finishing up with a nice solid putt.
And so that will go on until either everybody is out of discs or the round is over and eliminations are possible. So it can get really exciting. I can't wait to see how this round turns out. We've got here Anastasia lining up a putt, center chains, beautifully done. And Hannah with a easy little tap in. Hole 1 in the books. We're off to hole 2. Hole 2, 196 feet, par 3. We have an elevated basket, wide open fairway. Pick your poison. Whatever it takes to get to the basket, give yourself a nice easy putt. Or go high and see if you can get that ace. Anastasia up first. Beautiful launch. Oof, just really puts it down there.
Crushing, spinning in the snow even.
Brianna up on the tee box next. Very lovely, puts out a nice straight line. Deep of the basket. These ladies have been eating their Wheaties. Super strong drives.
We got Hannah here taking that flick line approach.
I believe Hannah is a predominantly forehand player. As we can see, she's just so well practiced in it. She parks the basket. A beautiful shot.
And Jennifer S. here rounding out the tee positions on hole 2. Taking a bit of a sky hyzer approach here.
Running the ace. Anastasia looking to make a big elevated putt. Puts one up. And she's in the bullseye. Brianna up next. Look at the focus and determination on her face. She goes up. Oh, and there's a phantom branch. She hits the branch, but she's still in the circle.
All right, Jennifer S. here lining up her putt. And she cans it. Cheers
go.
from her. Running up to collect it. What a great shot.
What a clutch putt. Brianna next. Beautiful. No problem. Gets up and down for her par. So this will be Hannah's birdie putt. And she puts it in for her birdie. Well done, Hannah. Going on her tippy toes to get the disc out. And Anna tapping in her par. So, with that, we're going to get our first disc stealing on hole 2. Hannah choosing Brianna as the first victim. What disc will she choose?
A meteor, a buzz.
I don't even know what those are.
There's a P2 and a thrasher.
Diligently going through all
I'm
of
gonna take your part.
Brianna's discs and looking like she's ending up with a
Yeah.
P2.
All right, next up here we have Jennifer S. rifling through Anastasia's bag. And we have...
Yep. I didn't bring my race, so this is perfect.
Unknown white disc. It looks like an Innova disc that will help solve the mystery.
Maybe we'll find out here on hole 3. This is a par 3, 252-foot hole. And we have Hannah on the tee with that flick line. Again, predominantly flick player, as Kat mentioned. Setting it up right in the middle of the fairway here.
Jen going with the flick as well. Popular choice today. Puts one up.
Ooh, catching a little tree there on the left-hand side.
She still has an open look to the basket. Anastasia's going with the backhand here. Looking like it's going to be a hyzer. I can see she's eyeing that up. And gets a beautiful flex shot and absolutely parks it.
Sitting pretty for that birdie attempt.
Shot was so great, we had to play it twice for you there from both angles. Looking beautiful, no matter which way you look at it.
And rounding out the card here on hole 3, we have Brianna. Taking a flick line, again, popular shot today.
You know, I'm loving seeing all these forehand shots. It's not something you see too often, but I guess we're going to have to get used to it this round because it seems like we have some strong forehand players here.
Maybe you'll learn a thing or two along the way watching these ladies throw.
Yes, I could use some help with my forehands, I know that much.
So can I. 13 years in, I still can't flick.
Jen doing a flick approach, landing in the circle for the basket. Brianna putting one up as well. She's got a look. Brianna's lining up a putt. And in the bullseye. Great approach.
Right off the top there for Brianna's putt.
Now we have Jen going in for her par. Great putt.
If you sink yours, then she has to take her me, or do we have to finish it? I think we still have to finish it out.
Up next, we have Brianna hoping to make good on her par. And she does.
Nice putt. Must be all that ready disc golf training she's got.
Not only do they help with your physical strength, they also help with your form. They do it all.
All right, Anastasia here lining up her putt. And finding chains here on hole 3.
So after hole 3, we have Jennifer and Hannah both with 7 discs. Anastasia and Brianna with 5. Now will that change after this hole? I believe that was a push.
Oh, we have disc exchange here. Anastasia is grabbing something out of Brianna's bag. Let's see what it is.
It's more, whatever that word is.
Disc crafty, putting it back in. Shopping around. What is she going to pick here?
Decisions. Again, some players might employ different strategies. Sometimes we'll go for a disc that the other player relies on a lot, or maybe it's a disc that the stealer wants to throw for themselves. So we'll see what strategies are used today. So we have here hole 4, 353 feet. It's a par 3, big hole, lots of trees to get around. There are a few big backhand hyzer shots here. Looks like Anastasia will be going for that line. Puts up a beautiful high hyzer and gets down the fairway. She'll have a nice open approach to the basket.
All right, next up here we got Jen S. Doing a little trimming, but she'll have a good shot as well.
Hannah up next on the tee box, looking a little slippery, trying to get some traction in. Looks like a standstill might be a better option here. Lining up a forehand with this beautiful disc. I believe it's a wave, MVP wave. And ending up to the right. Get some good distance off the tee here.
And rounding out the card, we have Brianna. Looks like she's going to take a little bit of an Anheuser approach. Let's see how this goes.
If I'm not mistaken, that's also a wave. So that is a popular disc here with these ladies. Flying really well for everybody. Hannah sizing up what kind of shot she has. Going with a forehand approach. Got a few trees to contend with here. Goes up. Flips up nice and straight. Gets near the basket.
Next up here we have Jen S. with her upshot. Sitting pretty right in the middle.
She'll have a long look at the basket there for her 3. Anastasia up next, opting to take a knee. She's got a bit of an obstructed look with the park sign to her left. So she's going with the flexi forehand approach. Beautifully done. She gets up to around circle's edge.
And we have Brianna here taking that flick line approach. up to the basket.
Absolutely pinpoint precision for Brianna there. Jen lining up a putt, making sure she gets some good traction here in the snow. Great bid. Anastasia looking to make good on her par and nails it.
What a great putt. All right, we have Brianna here. Another good putt. Finding those chains here on hole 4.
Making this uphill putt look real easy. Great play from Brianna on this hole. And Jen using one of her goat towels to dry off her disc, because in the snow, things can get slippery and you want to make sure that you've got great grip on your putts. And proving that's why you do it, she nails her putt there. Moving on to the next hole. And Hannah rounding out the card and puts her putter in the basket. Sliding it on out.
All right,
Take
we have
my
some
brace
discs
back.
being exchanged
That's
here.
right, I did like it
Anastasia
anyways.
rifling through
My
Jen's
brace.
bag.
Taking her disc back that was stolen from her early on. And Hannah Bree getting her P2 back from Hannah.
All right, we're rolling into hole 5 here at Brantford Disc Golf Park, also called Mohawk Park Disc Golf Course. Hole 5, par 3, 233 feet. And on the tee here, we have Anastasia. So this looks like a straight shot at the basket. Trees lining each side of the fairway. Let's see how she does here. Looking good. Beauty. A little bit of skip. Winter disc golf. That's part of the fun. Oh, squirrels after the disc.
Got a nature appreciation moment right here. The squirrels frolicking through the park. Bree up on the tee next. Wonderful. Controlled backhand. It flips up and floats right over to the basket. Very slippery green here as the discs are landing in the circle, but they're getting a little bit of a rollout, so leaving these ladies with some putts to be made, but great drives, great landing spots.
All right, next up on the tee, we have Jennifer S. Another great shot from this group, from this card. Playing that skip a little bit and putting herself in a perfect position for that putt on hole 5.
Jen playing smart, getting the good read off the other player's drives, knowing she needs to leave it a little bit short to get that skip up to the basket. So, well done, Jen. Hannah up next with a forehand. Surprise. I love it. Throwing that wave very nicely this round. And she gets herself a look at a putt from circle 2. Floats one up and lands herself in bullseye. Anna. Beautiful bid.
All right, we got Brianna here lining up her putt from the edge of circle 1. And finds those chains. Hungry, hungry chains.
Brianna getting the birdie. Jen up next, hoping to get herself a birdie. Keeping her body low, in line with the basket. Oh, just hitting the cage. Very great bid. Almost gets it in for the birdie. Now we have Hannah. Hoping to get up and down for her par. She got a circle 1 putt. Well done. Anna tapping in her putt.
Jen with a tap-in putt here to finish off hole 5 at Mohawk Park in Brantford, Ontario, Canada.
So with that birdie, Brianna will get to steal. One of the players looks like she's getting her disc back.
It looked nice with all my other blue discs in my bag.
Gonna come in handy here on hole 6. This is a par 3, 260-foot hole, and before we get into it, we're gonna remind you to like and subscribe to Canadian Disc Golf Productions on YouTube, on social medias. Follow the great disc golf content, like these roulette rounds.
Top of the box, we've got Brianna here. The nice big backhand. Getting herself another look at a putt. She's throwing this pink disc very well.
Next up here we have Anastasia lining up her shot on hole 6. Nice flat smooth down the middle.
Avoids the big tree down the middle and is looking at a putt here as well. Jen going with the backhand hyzer line.
Every tree.
Gets a bit of a tree kick, but she's on the left of the fairway where it's wide open, so she'll have a approach shot there to the basket.
And rounding out the box here on hole 6, we have Hannah, again with that wonderful flick line.
Gets right in between the trees, so she'll have an open approach to the basket here.
And Jennifer S. finding her footing for her approach shot here at the basket. Finding another tree. Lots of trees to hit in disc golf.
Who put all these trees here? That's what I want to know. Makes a great approach to the basket. Not a whole lot of trees there. Hannah with the forehand approach. Wonderful skip into the bullseye of the basket. Brianna going for her birdie putt and cans it. 2 birdies in a row. Brianna is hungry for the win here. Let's get a plastic playback on that putt. Beautiful floaty hyzer into those beautiful chains. Runs it in.
All right, we have Anastasia here lining up her putt.
Great bid.
And Jennifer S. finding chains.
Great way to end the hole for Jen, finishing it off strong. It's a nice putt.
And I see you and Jen dig your feet in, but I'm like, even when I try a little bit, I'm like, nothing happens.
You can never be too close to the basket to wipe off your disc. Anna going in for a putt. Center of chains.
We have Hannah here rounding out hole 6. Making them putts look easy.
Clean hole for Hannah. On to hole 7 now. But first, Brianna's gonna steal a disc from Jen. She's getting this beautiful back zone.
In the event that you want to take yours back, it's still in line.
I believe that is Brianna's disc, so. Although they both bag zones. Popular disc choice. Will they throw it on hole 7? We'll see. It's a 220-foot par 3. Little shorty, but you have some trees that you need to flex your shot around.
And Brianna launching one off the tee pad. Getting around those trees right in the middle. She'll have a great upshot from there.
Although it's 220 feet, it looks like it's most likely playing a bit farther because of the uphill. So you've got some distance drivers going up in the air. Anna here, the nice big backhand hyzer in the fairway.
And Hannah here, no surprise, taking that flick shot on the tee. Let's see.
She's got some great power on those forehands. Getting the beautiful flex line out. And Jen here opting for a backhand.
Right into the tree.
Puts it up.
No.
Hits a left tree, but lands right in the middle of the fairway. So she's got a nice open approach shot. Jen gets a bit of a skip there. She's still got a bid for the basket.
And Hannah with a nice approach shot here, looking at her next shot, which is going to be a beautiful putt. Now we have Anastasia lining up her approach as well. Taking that hyzer route, little spinorama, but she's nestled right inside circle 1, ready for her next putt.
Next up, we have Brianna here with the putt, trying to get it around some trees. She puts one up, she lands right in the bullseye. That was a great bid. It looked like it was going to go in. Jen also making a bid for it. Lands right in the bullseye. And with a beautiful putt. First one to finish the hole. Well done. Looks like a beautiful day, beautiful wintry day here in Brantford. We've got some very light flurries, just making this park look like a winter wonderland. It doesn't look too windy. It just looks like perfect winter disc golf conditions. These ladies are looking like they're having a great time. And how could you not have a great time when you're playing disc golf? Especially when you make great putts like that, just like Hannah. Great putt.
And Jen S with another good putt. Let's see how Bree rounds out this hole. Everyone finding chains here on hole 7. All right, we'll get a little quick score recap. Brianna currently at 7, Anastasia at 6, Hannah at 6, Jen at 5, but all that's changing. Brianna steals another one.
Anything is.
Going down the line, they're taking everything out of Jen's bag.
These ladies got word that Jen's got some great discs, so they're lining up at the Jen store, seeing what discs they could get. Looks like
I'll leave you a driver and a putter.
Aw, I appreciate it.
And Bree looks like she got their an NV. So here we have hole 8, 183 feet, par 3, slightly up and down a hill. You can kind of make out the basket in that grouping of trees on the left there. We've got some guardian trees protecting the basket. See, these ladies can work their beautiful disc magic, get around the trees, and hopefully set themselves up for birdie. And Brianna does just that, parks that hole.
All right, next on the tee here we have Anastasia.
I want to say that this course just had their tee signs redone. I can't confirm for sure, but I've played this course a couple times, and looking at this tee pad, that does look like a new tee sign. Please don't correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but it's looking really beautiful. So whoever did the tee signs here, great job. Looks great. And if they're not new, then great job initially designing those tee signs. These ladies are playing this hole real well.
And that was Hannah there with the flick shot on hole 8. Looking at a birdie.
Got Jen lining up a forehand. Getting a bit of a roll away there, but she's got a nice long look at the basket. But great shot nonetheless. Anna hoping to make a big birdie putt here. Great bid. Looks like she's got a tap in from circle 1.
All right, and that's Jen with that long putt there. Great effort on her part.
Hannah with her second throw. Will it go in the chains? Oh, great bid. Hitting the cage in the bullseye, but what a great effort and great drive.
All right, we got Bree here, nailing putts, finding those chains. Mrs. Consistent with her putting today on hole 8.
Brianna on fire this round, making so many huge putts. Now we're just left with a couple of tap-ins as these ladies played this hole really well.
Still wiping off that disc. No matter how close you are to the basket, you got to respect the putt, and the putt will respect you.
That's right. And it does. Oh, watch your head, Hannah.
Those bag-on putts, they'll get you sometimes, especially in the winter. So as we roll into hole 9, I'm going to do a quick score recap. Brianna 8, Anastasia 7. I'll start that over again because we're already switching things up with Brianna going through Hannah's bag.
Now, will it be the wave, or the other wave?
Chick, your pick of the wave. Ooh, the colorful wave.
I assume that's
Yeah,
your stable
absolutely.
one.
Blue pops. Definitely going to be easy to find in the snow. And here we have hole 9, 241 feet, par 3. Now we're looking at, I believe it is a downhill look. So the hole will play slightly shorter than 241. You've got a bit of a flex line here to get around the trees, or you can just go straight at the basket. Either way, backhand, forehand, you've got all the options. Brianna going with a park job. I think that's a safe play.
Park job's always a good option. Next up here, we have Anastasia. Lining it up. Taking a little bit of an Anheuser approach here. Catching some tree. But she'll have an open shot from there.
I hope she's okay. It's a bit of a, looks like very slippery conditions here. Still manages to throw a great shot. Here we have Hannah going with the standstill. Getting a nice forehand out there. Bit of a skip, but she's got a long look around the tree there to the basket.
A few other nature moments in the background here as Jen lines up for her tee. Squirrel's gonna come right across the path. Always lovely to see while you're out on the disc golf course.
That squirrel better run quick because this disc is coming at it fast.
And a nice flick from Jen there.
All right, Anna here on the knees, going for a throw-in look. Great attempt. Lands a little left of the basket. Got Hannah with a flexi forehand approach. Bullseye.
And we have Jen here with her putt. Just left side, but a great effort nonetheless.
Anna lining up a putt. Boom. No chains required. Awesome putt.
Thank you.
The sound of chains are satisfying, but it's also extremely satisfying when you don't need chains. Just hits the bottom of the basket.
In is in after all. All right, we have Brianna here lining up her putt and finding chains.
Yet another birdie for Bree.
That consistency here carrying her through all the way to hole 9. With her 9 discs in her bag as well.
9 at 9.
9 at 9.
Will she make it 10? At 10, we'll see.
And that was Jen finishing up strong here. And Hannah rounding out the card.
So with that, we've got Brianna here looking to take another disc. Who will she choose? What disc will it be? Looks like she's chosen Anna as her next victim. Going through the bag, checking it out. What do we have here?
Doing a little bit of shopping in Anastasia's bag here. For roulette disc golf at Mohawk Park in Brantford.
What is this?
This blue disc seems to have caught
Blizzard.
Brianna's
Oh my
eye.
god. I'm buzzing.
Tosses it back in. Find another, she says.
I'm gonna take
Perhaps green is
this one.
Brianna's
Yeah,
favorite
Super
color.
Stingray. Super Stingray.
And green it will be.
Ooh.
Making it to hole 10.
All right, and we're rolling into hole 10. It's a par 3, 273-foot hole. Looks like it's playing a little bit uphill, so it's playing a little bit longer here. How will these ladies tackle the fairway? Doing a quick score recap here. We have Brianna in the lead with 10, followed by Anastasia and Hannah tied at 6, and Jennifer trailing along at 2 discs in her bag. And that's Bree on the tee.
Just absolutely flexes her pink disc up the fairway through the trees. Just throwing that disc so well this round.
Anastasia off the tee.
Gets into the trees on the left side there, but not too deep. She should have a lookout of there with maybe perhaps a pivot or a patent pending. Hannah going up with a forehand flex line. So fun to watch the disc just spin and stand up in the snow. Mesmerizing. Jen here with the backhand. Beautiful flex line around and through the trees. Great shot. Just outside of circle 1, perhaps in circle 1. Setting herself up for a birdie putt.
And Hannah with a little flick approach there, looking at her putt. Now Anastasia from the tree line, getting creative with it. Easy peasy.
What a beautiful out. What trees, am I right?
Trees or no trees, at least not for Anastasia. Bree here, finding chains again on hole 10.
Does she ever not birdie? That's the question.
Birdie Brianna.
I think she got herself a new nickname here. Jen going for, I believe, her birdie putt. She wants it. She wants to be able to steal a disc this round. Oh, and just skipping over the top of the basket. What a great bid. got Hannah trying to make good on her par. Amazing putt.
I know that's it. I had to like sing a song in my head before I did that because I was getting in my head already before I even putted. So I had to start like. I went to like putting league last week, so this is the first time I could go because it was on a Monday. Oh, that's awesome. And I was
It looks like the camaraderie is strong with these ladies. They're chatting, they're vibing, they're having a great time. What a great group.
yeah, yeah.
So fun to watch.
Andrew works on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
All this talent
Which is always on putting.
in the Brant County region.
It was on Monday. She was like, yeah.
And that was hole 10, friends.
Yeah. And it was like my first day I wasn't there, so like I haven't spent time.
So once again, Brianna gets to steal a disc. This
I
time
almost
it's from
brought two
Anna.
putters, and I'm like, I'll be
This looks
okay.
like
I'm like,
Anna's
I got
putter.
mids.
How is that going to impact her for the rest of this back nine as we roll into hole 11? This is a par 3, 220-foot hole. Looks like a pretty straight shot at it. Lots of trees guarding the basket. Lots of trees on this course here at Brantford Disc Golf Course, Mohawk Park Disc Golf Course. And on the tee here, we have Brianna.
Looks like another hole where our players will have any option, backhand, forehand. Just get it around the trees is the name of the game on this course. And try to avoid the skips and the slides. So Brianna with the backhand. We've got Anastasia with the backhand.
Oh.
Just pinning it.
Nestled in there nicely for the plastic playback here on hole 11.
Does she have a magnet in her disc? Because it just found the basket so well. Couldn't get any closer if she tried. Wow, great shot.
Something about disc golf horseshoes.
Yeah, dude.
And next up here, we have Hannah.
Tough act to follow,
I appreciate it.
but Hannah is going to go for that left line forehand, hoping to pin the basket just like Anastasia did. What a smash. Gets around the final tree, giving herself a birdie look.
And rounding out the card here on hole 11, we have Jen S. Taking that flick approach as well. And another great shot from these ladies. Nestled in there, spun in there. She's looking at a putt.
Wow, another shot deserving of a plastic playback. Let's see this one in slow motion as Jen goes for a beautiful straight forehand line, skipping its way right up to the basket.
Look at that form.
Just, ladies, if you're watching, or guys, anybody, if you want to learn how to throw forehands, watch this round. Take a look at Jen's form. Just absolute perfection.
We got Bree here lining up her putt.
Oh, great bid. Hits the cage, but she has a nice tap in coming up for her. Hannah, will she make this birdie? Almost, so close, and she knows it. Great bid.
We'll tap in here from Brianna.
Probably doesn't matter for this range. I say that now. I'm gonna stage myself. Clear your head. Clear your head on that. Reset. Reset, exactly.
Hannah trying to get all the focus she can get here on this crucial par putt. Does not want to be the victim of the next disc stealing. Jen tapping in her birdie. And easy peasy tap in for Anna as well.
Good. Okay. I'm gonna take my super stingray because at worst I think.
So for
Sorry.
For once, Brianna is the
My super
victim here
stingray
of
is
the
back.
disc stealing, and it takes this beautiful green disc back.
I'm sorry.
Jen just hops on over and takes her zone back. Brianna's bag was getting too heavy anyway, so
I
I
don't
think they
think-
were just trying to help.
Yeah, I don't think she could have fit more in there. And this is just a quick reminder to like and subscribe to Canadian Disc Golf Productions on YouTube and social media.
Putting out great content, especially in this winter. All these roulette rounds are so fun to watch and really fun to play. Try it next time you play around with your friends.
All right, on hole 12 here, this is a par 3, 227-foot hole, and on the tee we have Anastasia.
Huge downhill hole. Absolutely laces the trees. Gets right up into circle 1.
You know, I'm watching Jen tee off here. Everyone's finding their footing. All these ladies are playing smart disc golf, smart winter disc golf.
Definitely some nice winter boots are a must for these types of rounds. Some warm socks, maybe some ice cleats for those slippery tee pads. What other winter equipment do you recommend, Jess?
Oh, you definitely need some hot cocoa or tea or something to keep you warm in the soul. And some good laughs with your friends.
And I think that's what these ladies have in store here on this round. And that leads to some great vibes, leading to some great shots like we're seeing here from them today. As Hannah here gets ready for her drive with her trusty green disc that she is just flicking so beautifully down the fairway. Speaking of beautiful flakes, just parks it into circle 1, giving us a clinic on forehands. Jen going for a bid.
Almost. What a great shot. Brianna lining up her putt here. Can she find chains? Almost.
Hannah with the birdie look. She's going with the Berg. That's a putter we haven't seen from her yet. And she makes it. Will it go in her bag?
To be determined.
Yes. Will Jen let her keep her Berg? She's putting well with it.
And Bree finding chains here as well.
Making good on her par.
Sticky sounds so funny. Yeah.
Anna also looking for a birdie here. Shaking off all the snow. Gotta increase your chances of success here. Come prepared with a towel. Don't want any slippery discs. Lining up her putt. And cans the birdie. 2 birdies in a row for Anna.
No, just
On a roll.
Like it just had this. I don't know if it's just because it's like dense, but the plastic just it doesn't sound this plastic.
All right, let's do a quick disc recap.
All right, come back from my putter.
And by disc recap, I mean let's
Thank you.
see what discs Brianna will get.
And the other putter.
So Anna takes her putter back, and Hannah shopping
Where'd
around.
your putter go?
How quickly the tables turn here in roulette disc golf.
I'll take this one back.
Ooh, yeah.
She's gonna want to keep that.
I mean, it hasn't
lead.
been working for me.
All right, here we are at hole 13, 337 feet, par 3. We've got a well-protected basket. Looks like a bit of an uphill shot. From what I remember, hard to kind of tell in this footage, but the basket's kind of up and over a hill on the right side, making it's really hard to see it on the tee pad. So, really tough hole, I want to say, one of the toughest holes on the course. But Anna's giving herself a look at the basket here. I think a common line is a backhand turnover, flexing around the trees as much as you can, or a big forehand line. Here we see Hannah going with the backhand, having a nice open approach look at the basket.
And Jen here lining up her drive on hole 13 at Mohawk Park in Brantford. Trying to get around as many trees as possible here on her way to the basket, and it looks good. Friendly stick and all.
What a well-placed drive, well-placed stick, keeping the slides at bay.
And we got Bree here rounding out the card with another great shot. Looking at the basket.
Hannah with a Forehand approach at the basket, slides the disc on up. Playing smart winter golf.
Oh no, come back.
Brianna going slightly deep of the basket, but she still should have a look in circle one. Jen goes up for the putt. In the bullseye. What kind of wind are we getting here for Anna? Let's see. Going for a big putt. So close. What an excellent bid. I thought that was going in.
So close for Hannah there, tickling some chains. She'll have to make that comeback putt. And Brianna, easy peasy, finding those chains again with her putter.
Hannah scooting on over to her disc.
You can tell there's some slippery conditions here out on the course. Finding her footing before taking and lining up her putt.
Woo! Avoiding a fall there. Great balance work here by Hannah. Makes her putt.
Jen with her tap in. And Anastasia to round out hole 13.
So we've got 3 of our players with 7 discs. Jen with the 3.
Nope.
Hannah is
I only have
being
Jen.
stolen
Just
from
one
there.
here.
We've got 3 thieves lining on up,
Yeah, 7.
Okay.
ready to just jump in, take some beautiful discs. I hope they like the wave.
We have
Anything in
wave
here?
selection here in
That's
Hannah's bag. Let's see what Hannah's
know.
gonna
I was like, I knew
It's
you
a choice.
would.
Do you go with their favorite flyer,
I
the one that
kinda
they've
want
been, your
to take this one
competition's
just
been
'cause I
throwing
think they
well?
like this
Do you grab their putter? Do you go with
It's very
the
pretty.
Oh,
It's
it's super
fun.
pretty.
Yeah.
I'll take
The
my
board is
bird.
the prettiest disc. Jen getting her bird back.
That smile, Berg. Brianna shopping around a little bit. Taking Hannah's clutch disc, the one she's been throwing on most of these holes as we roll into hole 14. This hole's a par 3, 192 feet. How would you tackle this hole, Kat?
So this is a toughie because the basket is right next to a cliff on the right side. As you can kind of see on the right hand side of the screen, it's a steep drop off. So you want to just lay it up to the basket. Don't go for anything too crazy. We have Anna here with a nice tree hit. Plays that tree really well. This hole kind of sets you up for a backhand turnover, forehand, righty forehand line.
And Jen here with a good solid drive, right down the middle. Have a great shot from here looking at the basket.
The snow is really grabby on this hole, not letting you skip too much, which is great because you don't want to skip down that cliff. You've got Brianna lining up a forehand, flexing, hopefully gets around the tree, and unfortunate tree kick. She does not like that. But she's got a short approach to the basket, so hopefully get up and down from there. Hannah, most likely that's a trace. Flexing that really well, making sure she gets around to the trees. And that disc just slides towards the basket. Oh, plastic playback. Here we go. Beautiful flex line. Taking the high route. Disc crashes and gets a nice skip towards the basket. Oh, absolutely parks it. No doubter right here. And the beauty shot of the disc. Bit of a death putt here for Brianna, but no problem. She lands right in the bullseye. Anna on knee. Goes up for floaty bid there. A little deep of the basket, but in the circle. Jen, she's beside herself. She thought it was going in. That was really close. She'll have to make a comeback, an uphill comebacker. Very fortunate. No one went down the cliff here. But the footing will be a little tricky. Looking to make an uphill putt here is Anna. Makes good.
Because I don't
We
trust
got Jen here
myself.
trying to round out hole 14. Will she make this putt? Wiping off her disc, checking her footing.
It's almost just as hard to balance as it is to putt uphill, but Jen makes it look really easy. Ooh. This course is playing like an ice rink today. Players slipping and sliding everywhere. Hannah's with her birdie putt, and she nails it. Well played hole for Hannah here.
And a tap in for Bree to round out hole 15 at Mohawk Park in Brantford, Ontario.
But
We have a disc exchange here. Hannah is going
Pretty
to
disc.
take
Taking it back.
her wave back from Anastasia.
That's the one thing as I was
Back
realizing
home.
when
Tap
as
it
Hannah was
back,
getting like,
back.
I probably want this.
So here we are at hole 15, 262 feet par 3. We've got an uphill drive. Basket is kind of up and over the mound on the right-hand side. Looks like we have a forehand line just set up and ready for these forehand dominant players that we've got on the card today. First up is Hannah.
Good stop there by Hannah on her initial shot. Again, that winter disc golf. Footing is so important.
Making this hole look really easy. Hannah flexes her forehand right up to the top of the hill.
All right, and we have Anastasia here. Sending one up there. Another good shot.
Getting around all the trees.
That's what I want to do.
Up next is Jen. She's going with the backhand turnover line. Ah, she got a tree. Those darn trees.
And Brianna to round out the card here on hole 15 with a good shot up the hill. Nice and easy. Can't ask for more than that.
That's right. A clean shot around trees. Well done. Brianna's got a nice approach. Skipping her way up to the basket. Circle one. Uphill putt.
Hannah with a nice flick approach there, just nestled into the basket. Anastasia taking her time to think through the shot.
I like how Anna sets herself up with the on the knee approaches, lining herself up in the same height as the basket.
And we got Jen here with her putt. Perfect in that bullseye.
Hannah with the uphill putt. Oh, just slides across the cage, behind the basket. Great bid.
And Brianna finding chains here on hole
After I
15.
said don't edit it out, you're slipping. I'm like, I'm gonna do it now.
Next up is Anna. Getting her par tap in.
Oh no! Taking the long way around. Dig your heels in. Okay. Yeah.
finally, it's Hannah with another tap in. And Jen rounding out the card.
How quickly things change here on roulette disc golf, score-wise. We're going to get a recap here in a second, but what a great day so far here at Mohawk Park in Brantford, Ontario.
So we have Bree with 8, Anastasia with 7, and the rest is history because now Anastasia
learned my lesson to not
gets to
take the
steal
pretty
from
one.
Hannah.
But it just gets taken again.
What is she going to
Should have
pick?
taken like the weight
the bag
stickers
carefully.
This one. I don't know what it is, but I'm taking it.
Round disc.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's a beautiful one, I think.
that's
Great
what I'm
choice.
thinking. I'm like, she hasn't thrown it. I think it's safe.
I
You need your
wonder,
bird.
is this a disc that she will throw or just a strategy pick?
Oh my god. It's on mini.
Bree
Mini
picking the
down.
zone out of
taking
Jen's bag
two.
here. That would be my pick as well. Zone money disc for ups, approaches. Might come in handy here as we roll into hole 16. It's a par 3, 379 feet. I think this is one of the longest holes we've seen on the course so far here today, Kat. Let's see how these ladies are going to tackle it. How would you approach it?
Well, this hole, I think you have to play it for placement. We have a kind of a dog leg here, right to left approach shot. Very difficult to get all the way around, especially with these trees. But Anna plays it well. She's in the fairway on the left side.
All right, let's see how Bree's going to tackle this hole. She's currently leading with 9 points, Anastasia 8 points, Hannah 4 points, and Jennifer 3. Bree finding a little bit of tree, but I think she's getting that friendly kick on the front side of it. She'll have a good approach shot from there.
Hannah with the standstill forehand. It takes a lot of power to throw. Standstill forehands as far as Hannah does. She makes it look real easy, flexing it through the trees. She might have an open look on the other side of those trees. As in the winter, there's less leaves, less obstacles to throw through.
Ooh, Jen.
Last minute tree cake, but that was looking like a really nice line from Jen.
I really appreciate the way these ladies are lining up their shots, thinking it through. You know, there's lots of trees to hit in disc golf, but they're finding a way through. Just like Hannah here on her upshot. Good out of the schnarr.
She's setting herself up for a nice approach shot to the basket. Here we have Brianna flexing, hoping to flex her disc around the trees. Makes it clean with just a last minute tree kick. Not affecting the flight too much. She will have a look at the basket for a punt.
Drying off those hands. That smart winter disc golf we're seeing here from the ladies. And Anastasia taking that flick, getting up the hill a little bit on her way to the basket.
Here we have Jen just on the left edge of the fairway, looking for a turnover forehand shot. She's been really leaning on this disc for these forehand shots. She gets out. She's getting her approach to the basket. She'll have a nice look at it for her next shot.
And that's Hannah there with a nice flick. Nestled in the basket, in that bullseye like we're talking about, setting herself up for a nice par putt.
Here we go. Anna on her knee. Getting down low, in line with the basket. Hoping to make a bid. Nice floaty throw. Looking to be in the bullseye. Jen with her berg approach. Looking great.
And Bree with a good approach there as well. Man, I'm sure learning a thing or two from these ladies here on hole 16.
These approach shots are just on the money. And so are these putts. Great putt from Jen. Showing us how it's done.
I'm banking on the slides here, folks. Smart. There's ice.
Very inspiring to watch these local pros just absolutely shred this course. Even in these wintry conditions, making it look easy. Putting on putting clinic, forehand clinic. Just absolutely great to watch these ladies play.
Putts, putts, putts for Anastasia, finding those chains here.
How absolutely lucky are the folks in this neighborhood to have such a great course like this right in their backyards.
So lucky.
I would be out here every single day, multiple times a day.
And Hannah finding that footing again on winter disc golf, playing smart, making her putt.
All day long. Skating her way back to her bag.
And Brianna finishing it up strong here on hole 16 with an easy tap in.
Now, hole 17, 2 more holes to go. 249 feet, par 3. This is a downhill look at the basket. We have a fairly open look, fairly straight shot. It appears to lend more of a backhand throw. So we'll see how these forehand dominant players tackle this hole.
Every single time I hit that tree. Every single
Hannah getting a kick back into the middle of the fairway.
Playing some mind games here.
Now going into the second last hole, let's do a quick score recap. We have Brianna leading the pack here with 9 discs, Anastasia with 8, Hannah with 4, and Jennifer with 3.
All right, Hannah here on the tee. She's been predominantly our forehand player here, so let's see how she tackles this hole. And finding a way around all the trees, nicely nestled in the middle with that beautiful colorful disc.
Just mesmerizing us with the beautiful die. So fun to watch that disc fly.
And Jen with a ripper up the middle. What a great shot here on hole 17.
That was some great height. Just perfectly on line. And a knee putt as well. Giving herself a look at the basket. Just outside of circle 1. And a big birdie bid. Landing herself in bullseye. And I'm looking to get a disc steal for the last hole, coming into the last hole here. Great bid.
We have Brianna here lining up her putt. Boom! Finding those chains. She's been quite consistent all day, and it shows through her score. Big smiles on your face when you make putts like that. And plastic playback. Watch it again.
Boom. With the cheers from her card mates. How could you not cheer that on? Just some beautiful putting from Brianna all around. Jen hoping to make a big putt here, and she does.
Well played, Jen. Well played. Nice putts.
That's what I tell Hannah. I'm like, Hannah, it's like 90% confidence. I tell Hannah that, but do I? Am I good at implementing it?
Yeah,
No.
when you were like, oh, I'm so nervous. Like, what?
We have Hannah, again, diligent about the snow removal. You can never be too careful, especially going into the last hole of the round. These ladies are in it to the very end. And cans it.
Nice putts, even from close. Sometimes those are the toughest ones to make. But Anastasia shows us how easy it can be. Shaking hands with that basket and as we roll into hole 18.
For the last hole, Anna will be getting 2 discs taken from her bag. What a shift. What a change of events.
Put her at the top.
We have Brianna,
I'll take the Hannah
who's
disc
in the
for
lead.
you.
She gets pulled away with this one, taking one final disc. Jen getting a disc as well.
So there you go. You have your own disc.
Yeah,
I'm back to my own discs.
All right. Hole 18. This is the last hole here at Mohawk Park in Brantford. It's a par 3. It is 261 feet and looks like it's a little bit of an uphill shot here, Kat.
Yep, absolutely. This not only an uphill shot, but the basket is up on the hill on an angle, so makes for a difficult putt. But Brianna makes this hole look quite easy, flexing her forehand all the way up to circle 1 of the basket, giving herself a nice uphill putt. Jen going with a nice line through the trees as well. Anna looking to flex her trace through the trees, get some great distance and a nice skip. So Anna deciding to go with the backhand, finding the perfect line, lining it up in her mind, and going for it. Gets some great distance, hits a branch, and she's just hanging out with the other ladies. She's, she's having a great time. She wants to get the good times rolling, hanging out with her buds.
And Jen with a good run at it.
Anna looking to make one final push for a throw-in. Ends up in the circle. Great approach. Brianna, no pressure on this throw. She's got herself quite a comfortable lead. She ends up in the circle with a nice uphill putt.
Anastasia setting herself up for her next shot here.
She's gonna have a nice putt that's parallel with the hill, so it's not a scary putt at all. Takes the pressure off. And Jen going for a nice approach to the basket there.
Hannah making putts, finding chains here on hole 18.
Brianna looking to finish strong with her par putt here on hole 18, last hole of our roulette round. Thank you so much for watching. As we get our few final putts and tap-ins.
Watching these ladies is so inspiring. When I started 13 years ago, if you would have asked me, get together for a round, get 4 ladies together for a round, let alone have it filmed and, produce disc golf winter content, I would have said, no way, you're bananas. And now, look at how far we've come. Look at these amazing ladies. Look at that great putt Anastasia just made on hole 18.
Just a showcase of just the depth of talent we have here in Ontario, in Canada.
They take much more
These ladies having a great time, playing some great disc golf.
I'm
All in the
cheating.
name of good fun and good spirit.
This one that I had before.
Jen's photos was stolen from her, but she's still got a huge smile on her
It's a great
face.
round.
So fluffy.
And now
Bree with the win.
we'll crown our winner, Brianna. Congratulations, Brianna. Look at all those discs in her bag. She comes away with the victory here. And that is it. Brianna ending up with 11 discs, Anastasia with 7, Hannah with 5, and Jen hanging on to the very end with 1. But boy, these scores don't reflect accurately how well all these ladies played. And Please like and subscribe to Canadian Disc Golf Productions if you want to see more amazing women's content and men's. Lots of great content, roulette rounds, and some more awesome content this winter.
All right, thank you for watching the Roulette Round at Mohawk Park in Brantford, Ontario. My name is Jess Sparrow, and I'm here with
Kat Johnson.
Keep watching Canadian Disc Golf Productions for great disc golf content, women's coverage, tournament coverage coming at you right to your connected technology, wherever, social media, YouTube, all that jazz.